4 for 4. Welcome into episode 4 of Magic Final Four. I'm your host, Brian. Honestly, we should be sponsored by Wendy's at this point. It's the round 2 recap show, so I'm going to get you your results just like that. Keeping up with the 4 theming, there were 4 games that were so insanely close. And we're going to keep those results till the end for dramatic effect. Those games were Frozen against Monsters, Inc., Frozen 2 against Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella against Princess and the Frog, and Tarzan against Toy Story 2. We've got 2 interviews to get to in this episode, so let's get to it and find out how round 2 went down. In recent years, a new controversy has arisen concerning the ending to Disney's original feature-length film, Snow White. Take a look here. As you can see, the castle is sitting in the clouds. Now, according to Columbia University, that is scientifically impossible, and many conspiracy theorists are claiming that the fairest of them all actually remained dead the entire time at the end of the film. We bring in our Magic Final Four scientist, Dr. Anthony Fauci, to talk about the likelihood of the ending being completely fabricated, and if True Love's kiss can actually work. Doc, thanks for being here. Mr. Fauci, there's no secret about where you stand on the Snow White discussion. You've been at the forefront and very vocal about the scientific inaccuracies concerning the ending and how you believe it's actually all a dream sequence showcasing Snow White's entrance into the afterlife. Now, you even went as far as to tweet recently. You said, "The last scene in Snow White is a joke. True Love's kiss is a myth. A smooch from a handsome prince cannot bring back a woman killed by a poisoned fruit. Not possible. Hashtag fake. Hashtag still dead. Hashtag real doc." Now, Fauci, let me ask you this. What do you say to all the people who think you're just fanning a flame here and adding a voice to a myth?
Well, I think the biggest myth is that a substantial proportion, I don't mean majority, but a proportion that's troubling, of people still think this is a hoax and it's fake news and it's not real. That seems astounding to me. I've never seen a dissociation of reality among some people. So to me, that's the biggest myth.
Doctor, I know you're a very busy man, so we're going to let you go. Dead or alive, this is all to say that Snow White is eliminated anyway because the Incredibles are moving on to the next round. Now, who will they play? We look at our next matchup where just a few decades ago, Mulan was able to save all of China by defeating the Huns. Now you throw a couple of toys from Toy Story at her and she's like, peace, I'm out. Mulan is eliminated. Toy Story moves on to the Sweet 16, where, like I said, it will face the Incredibles. Ellie's departure proved to be more emotional than the toys accepting their deaths in the fiery inferno scene. Up shockingly eliminates Toy Story 3. It'll face the winner of TS2 against Tarzan, but we're saving that result till the very end. Remy the Ratatouille, the rat of all of our dreams, is headed back home to Paris. As you can see there, the Lion King takes care of business again, and we'll move on to the Sweet 16. Here is a live look at what you all did to cute little Nick Wilde. Yes, those are real genuine tears rolling down his baby fox face. This should be on the conscience of every single person who voted for Finding Nemo in this round because yes, the fish live to see another day, meaning it's going to be Wallaby Way Sydney taking on everything the light touches in round 3. Nemo will face the king. Our 5th closest game saw Miguel joining his lovable dead family after Hercules squeezed on by to move on to the next round. Now that means we are just 1 round away from a potential rematch between Hercules and the Lion King. Now, if you weren't here in 2020, it was the controversial Easter Overtime Classic where Hercules got caught cheating and Lion King ended up winning in double overtime.
Sing with me now.
626 is out. Little Mermaid wins. Yes, the 16-year-old disobedient daughter will enter the Sweet 16 with a team of Prince Eric, Ursula, Flounder, Scuttle, and the Crab. Quite a lineup. Over in the Beauty and the Beast region, none of the matchups proved to be very dramatic. Despite Pocahontas being one of the most influential people in North American history, most of you voted for the film about the 11-year-old boy who gets cursed into a hideous beast simply because he didn't let a stranger into his house. The defending champion Beauty and the Beast will move on to the Sweet 16. When I spoke to Belle's father Maurice about the win, he said, "I don't know what the you're talking about. Please leave me alone. I have better things to worry about." How far will she go? That's the question everyone's asking Moana after her film defeated Nightmare Before Christmas. That means Jack Skellington and Sally are no longer in the tournament. Eyewitnesses report that voice of Sally, Catherine O'Hara, took the news especially hard. let the dogs out? Well, that would be Tangled, who led the pups right out of the tournament with a convincing win. Rapunzel and Flynn will take on Aladdin and Jasmine after Prince Ali's film flew all over Inside Out. Now on the bright side, Inside Out's character Anger really got to let his emotions shine. As we wind down here, let's talk about that Tarzan Toy Story 2 game. I mentioned it was one of the most exciting games of the week. So I reached out to a Disney character that I know very well to set up an interview. He's from the Tarzan film, and he agreed to do it. So let's take a look. All right, it's time for our very special guest interview with a real Disney character. Everyone, please welcome Tarzan's father, John. John, thanks for stopping by.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Elephant in the room, everyone's wondering about it. Did you not die at the beginning of your son's film?
Oh, I did. Got ripped to shreds by a jaguar. But Wi-Fi's good up here.
Well, I'm glad the service is good above the clouds. Have you been voting following the action?
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, I've gathered a few friends up here and we've been keeping track of the tournament. And well, you know, last week, Anna and Elsa's parents hosted a watch party for their kids against the monsters. It was a jolly good time.
So you went to Anna and Elsa's parents' place to watch the action. That's unbelievable. That must mean you're not Anna or Elsa's father.
Brian. Brian.
It's a rumor.
Sod off, mate.
All right, I'm just doing my job. Let's go back to the action. Are you rooting for anyone else besides your son in the tournament?
No, not really. I'm all in on my son. But I will tell you that I am very glad that Inside Out got the knockout last week. Because, well, that Bing Bong wouldn't stop talking to us here in the afterlife. And, well, all of us up here were very glad that Aladdin took him out.
Well, we couldn't be happier to have you on the show, Tarzan's dad, and please stop by again. Say hi to Mufasa for me.
Anytime, Brian. Put your faith in what you most believe in.
Wow, great stuff from Pops. I guess it's a good thing that he had no idea that, boom, his son unfortunately lost. And Toy Story 2 is moving on with a big upset over the two-seeded Tarzan. So TS2 will now face up in the Sweet 16. Finally, it's time we round things up with the Frozen section that featured 3 of the 4 exciting games that I talked about earlier. So we'll start with the only game that wasn't exciting in this region, and that was Peter Pan telling Wendy, I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
He's not leaving the tournament, that is, as Peter Pan soars over The Incredibles 2 into the 3rd round. Now, they will face the winner of Monsters, Inc. against Frozen. So was Monsters, Inc. able to pull off the improbable upset and avenge the death of Monsters University in the 1st round? They were an absolute shocker. Monsters, Inc. will move on and eliminate Frozen. Frozen goes home early for the 2nd consecutive year. I'm personally a little upset. That leaves us with these 2 matchups. Frozen 2 against Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella against Princess and the Frog. Ironically, the winners will play each other in the next round. So first up, let's check out Cinderella against Princess and the Frog. I said it in the last episode that I was rolling with my frogs. So let's see who won. Let's go on to the next matchup where it's Sleeping Beauty against Frozen 2. Can Frozen 2 stay alive and keep Anna and Elsa in the tournament? Because as we just mentioned, Frozen's already out. The answer? No. Oh my gosh. Frozen and Frozen 2 are both out. Here's your first look at the bracket for the Sweet 16. You see there's no Frozen involved. I will see you on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Sweet 16 preview show, where I'll once again be joined by John Knitter, our bracket analyst. Till then, have a good one.